Hey, what's up out there, everybody? Today I'm doing something to the F-150 that I have not done to it in 2 years. Close to 2 years I haven't done it. So like I said, it's been close to 2 years since I've done any type of decontamination on it. Yeah, I keep it clean. Yeah, I use different type of spray sealants, to keep the Adams graphene ceramic spray coating on it well, and it does, and the slickness and everything is there. But one thing I have not done, I was rubbing the side of it, and when I rubbed the side of it, I heard a little that little sound, basically saying that what that means is there are ferrous road metals and tar and stuff like that on the side of your vehicle that you may not be able to see, but when you rub your hand across it, you can tell because the paint is not as smooth. So I've already washed it, and I've already did I'm not going to say a clay bar. I did a decontamination on it, and also I used a synthetic clay mitt. Now, I left this last panel, and I'm going to show you on this last one that I'm getting ready to do, this last back quarter panel here. I'm going to do this one because I've done the rest of the vehicle. I'm going to do this one just to show you how I decontaminate my vehicle. Now, like I said, everybody's got their own way of doing the thing, but I'm going to show you the way I do mine. The first thing I do is I use the Adams, you can see that right there, the Adams iron remover. Okay, and be prepared for this stuff if you never used this stuff before because it smells like rotten eggs. And what I do is I spray it down the lower parts of the vehicle, and I make sure that I'm on not a stream, but I want a nice wide area to kind of hit. Didn't get that open there. Okay, get this down here. Now see, this is where the ferrous metals and stuff are at, especially around the low sides of it. Okay. Now I'm gonna let that sit for a few minutes. And it's been a few minutes, but one of the hardest things in the world is to see this stuff turn purple on a black vehicle. I mean, it's literally impossible to see it. It's there, I can see it when I get close up on it, but I don't know if you guys can see it or not. But then before I do anything else, I take my foam cannon. And like I said, I've washed the rest of the vehicle. Set that on there. After I spray it down. And as that sits, I make sure that my bucket and my hose and everything is ready to go. Okay? Now, like I said, I don't like using clay bars. I like using a synthetic clay mitt. I hope everybody can see that. And I showed you that on one of my other videos. That's how I do my windows. I use the synthetic clay mitt. Now, when using the synthetic clay mitt, you don't have to rub hard on this. You rub lightly and just rub it into it. You can smell that iron remover. And you don't want to press down on this stuff. You don't want to press down on this mitt, not at all. You don't want to press down on it. Just let it glide across the paint, just like that. Because I'm telling you now, and you got to make sure that your lubrication is real good, because if you don't, you can mar up your paint. Okay. And I used to get that inside of that fender well afterwards. After I hit it like that, I start from the bottom and I work my way up. Going to the other side, start from the bottom and I work my way up. Then I come down with it. Now, I don't know if you guys can notice or not, but I want you to take a look at the paint and see, notice how the paint is not bubbling like it normally is. It's because with the iron remover and the soap that I'm using, I'm trying to strip some of the stuff that's on it off. And I'm gonna show you the reason why I'm trying to strip some of the stuff off. I mean, the hydrophobic is still there, but the water's basically is sheathing off. Instead of, it's some bubbling over in this area here, but over in here it's more sheathing. Now I want to give this side over here one more hit with the synthetic clay mitt. It's still slick, Soap it up real good. Run it over it like that. In any kind of pattern that you want. That's the way I see it. Some people say do it in circles. Some do say do it straight up and down. Me, you know, whatever works for you. That's the way I see it. And this like here, doing this like this worked for me. Okay. My water hose. Bring it up from the bottom. Now you can see on that one, it's not bubbling up like it was doing before. There's more sheathing. That lets me know I took some of the protective coating, which was the atoms, you know. I'm not gonna get it all off because I'm not using a strip wash. And I don't wanna use a strip wash, I don't have to. But I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna put on it. Now, I moved the truck over because the sun is kind of real bright out here, and I don't like doing anything in the sun. I don't like washing in the sun. You can see where the sunlight and the shadow is right here. So basically, I'm going to do this door here, and I'm going to move the vehicle around, but I'm going to show you this door here, what I'm going to do to it. Now, the reason why I said for this whole video is the decontamination, which I have not done to this truck. Like I said, it's been 2 years. And the Adams graphene stuff, it lasted. It probably actually wore down some in between it, but the reason why I get the hydrophobics is because of the other spray detail stuff I use. I keep it detailed, okay? I keep it protection. You put some kind of wax of protection on the vehicle, like I said, it'll last you a couple of months, but I do it more than a couple of months. I do it at least once a month. So, but this time I'm gonna be using something that I've had on my shelf for a while. I'm using the 303 Graphene Nano spray coating. Like I say, guys, this is not a paid advertisement video. It is not, okay, nobody's paying me anything.
Pro bono. You don't get paid at all? Nobody makes a dime?
Anywho.
I'm gonna use this because this is the nano spray coating, graphene nano spray coating. So, and you know, it says here on the instructions about using it, you know, you shake it well, shake everything well before you use it. It's supposed to give you something like up to 12 months of protection. We'll see. It'll give me 12 months of protection because what I'll use in between is I'm gonna use the 303 graphene detailer, okay? I use graphene ceramic detailer spray all the time when I'm washing my vehicles because it keeps a load of protection on it, all right? So I'm gonna hit this one panel here, but first what I'm gonna be using is I'm gonna use this blue microfiber cloth here and shake it well. And it says you can spray it directly onto the panel itself, but I wanna spray it onto the, now you gotta open it up first. Well, it is on spray. No, it's not straight on spray. There we go. Oh, yeah. There we go. Okay, now I want you to notice something. You said it came out kind of black? That's graphene, okay? The same stuff that they put in pencils. I told you about that the last time I was, you know, using this. So I do a couple sprays in that. Now, this stuff is greasy and it's oily and it smells. I don't have any gloves on. I should have gloves on. If you do wear gloves, I got strong hands, okay? And I've had my hands in all kinds of stuff and it doesn't hurt it at all. So I'm gonna do this one door panel here. We'll start over this way here. And it goes on real nice, and it does, okay? And I'm gonna stay in the shaded area, which goes to about right here, okay? That's as far as I'm gonna stay, in the shaded area. Run this back and forth across here like that, just to see. And it says on the instructions that you let it dry to a haze. And once it dries to a haze, and it's starting to dry already. I mean, you can see it. You can see it looks real hazy. So I'm going to use some of my favorite towels. These are, I believe these are the Chemical Guys towels. I took the tags and everything off. I mean, I love these towels. I really do. These towels work really, really nice. Okay, so starting to dry as a haze. All right, and you don't have to leave it on that long. And it's not real hard to wipe off. I mean, it's graphene. Graphene is going to be kind of, you can see the color of this towel. I've used it before with other graphene products. But graphene does that. And they say the reason why it feels kind of sticky like that at first. I mean, you know, I've seen people use all different kinds of stuff, and they'll say, well, it's got some really good slickness to it, and it comes off easy. Now, we do like stuff to come off easy when we're wiping it, but I mean, think about it really, that if you put the stuff on and it's real easy to come off, how good is the protection going to be? If it's that easy to wipe, if it wipes off so easy, how good is the protection going to be? I don't know. I may be wrong, you know, and I may be right, because I'm not right about everything. But, you know, hey, you know, you be the judge of that one. And there we have it. It looks good. I mean, it does. And it's a nice slickness to it. Real nice slickness to it. Okay? Not as slick as some of the other stuff, all right? But like I say, you know, what kind of protection you get out of it. And we're going to see, because, you know, I'm in a week. Now, I don't know exactly. I got to find out what the curing time on this stuff is. All right, so we got the bottle up here. It says here, I told you about the shake well. Spray onto a microfiber cloth, phone applicator, which you did. Let's see, allow the product to cure and the haze white. Buff off with a clean, dry microfiber. After buffing, no curing time is needed. So, you know, this stuff, like a lot of other spray stuff, you know, you really don't have to have a curing time to, you know, for it to sit. But it says no curing time. But me, I anything that I put on, I don't want any rain or anything to get on it for at least 24 hours, okay? They say no curing time, but, you know, to me, the way I see it, the longer it sits, the better it's going to sit in there. Be honest with y'all, the stuff is kind of stiff to come off. All right, it doesn't come off with the best ease to it, but you know, how many of you used to use stuff like this here, that turtle wax hard shell stuff, that hard shell Simon has? We used to put that stuff on vehicles, and he used to have to take a chisel to get it off. So, you know, something like this, I mean, I come from back in the days where we were like this here, trying to get wax off, but once we got it off, the protection on it was great. Okay, so we'll start back here. And you see, I am out in the sun. As I was saying, I am out in the sun. So by being out here in the sun, I'm not directly in the sun right here, because the sun is over here. But one bottle of this stuff here, this should get you through like 10 cars, at least. All right? I'm not even gonna let it sit that long, because it's starting to dry and haze already. So I'm going to take it off. See what I mean? I have to open up my towel a little bit so I can get my hand in there, so I can rub it in there a little. Because like I said, it is kind of stiff. Not the easiest thing in the world to get off. But that's not my concern. My concern more is, how long is it gonna last? I mean, ease of it is a good thing. It's a good thing to have a product that's easy to use. But when it all boils down to it, you know, you wanna ask yourself this question. Will it hold up? That's the $64,000 question. Will it hold up? Now I'm on the shaded side of the vehicle. You can see where the sun is, and shade on this side. My suggestion to you is, don't put this stuff on in the sun, especially when you got temperatures that's gonna be up to like 99 degrees, okay? This time I'm just gonna go half of it, and then I'll do the other half. And what I do like about What I like about spray sealants, you know, stuff like this, the Adams Graphene ceramic spray coating, is that you don't have to tape off your plastics and all this, because none of this stuff is going to hurt it. So you don't have to go through all that. You know, it's the difference between that and doing a pure ceramic coating. And you know, and half the people who do pure ceramic coatings, I'm being honest with you, really don't take care of their vehicles. They really don't. I know, because I got something to know. All right, so let me tell y'all, and I want you to hear me clear. This stuff right here, this 303 Graphene Nano spray coating, this is a workout. And what I mean by workout, it's gonna work your arms out, because this stuff goes on, it doesn't come off real easy. It's a little, you know, kind of a little rough coming off, but it's not, like I said, it's not as hard as the old Simon ass stuff was, but it does give you a workout. But, you know, think about it this way, okay? You know, they say the no pain, no gain, okay? Think about how, you know, you feel, and then you go to the gym and you get you a good workout. You feel so much better after that workout. I mean, even with my arms, and I got big arms, I've always had big arms, but you can see I'm wringing wet. I'm not wringing wet from washing this vehicle. I'm wringing wet from this, okay? It's a workout, all right? Goes on, you know, like kind of tacky a little bit, doesn't go on real slick and smooth, and it comes off kind of rough. But I've heard good things about it. I've heard some people don't like using it because it's not easy enough for them, okay? So, you know what? I'm not looking for anything that's really easy, because anything that's easy doesn't last, okay? Think about it, all right? Anything that's easy. Following Christ, so I heard somebody say it's easy. No, it's not. No, it's not. That's a lie. It's not easy. Because if you follow Christ, that means you got to deny yourself, okay? So dieting, they say dieting is easy. No, it's not. Because when you're dieting, you have to deny yourself, okay? But if you're looking for a workout, hey, get you some of this, go out there and get on your car. I guarantee you, you know, you'll feel like you've been through the gym, all right? You feel like you've been to the gym. But anyway, like I said, it says Beyond Ceramic. It's got good glass depth to it. Water takes off water spotting, which is, because I sprayed it on where a few water spots may be, and it will take the water spots off of it, okay? But this stuff is good. Now, when I get ready to wash it, I'll be using this as a drying aid. I'll be using the detailer spray. That's the Graphene detailer spray. I'll be using that. This to put on, you don't want to put any water with this right here, with the stuff right here. And it tells you don't put any water. Follow the instructions. Follow the instructions. This says it can also be put on dry, and it can be used as a drying aid. So the next time I wash it, I will be spraying it over and then wiping it with my towel and see how it works out. But the date right now, I believe is, and I don't have it, I can't hardly see it on my watch. I believe today is the 21st. It's the second day of summer, okay? So we're gonna check back with this on, and we're gonna do it again on the 21st of July, all right? After 30 days, we're gonna see how is it working. And then from that on, I'm gonna mark it down. Every 30 days, we're gonna do an update on this to see how this stuff is holding up, all right? So if you like the video, please hit the like buttons, hit the subscribe buttons. You know, the notification buttons, I gotta have them, I gotta have them, I gotta have them. So keep them going to me. See, look at my arms. I got big arms, but I tell you what, my arms are not weak at all, all right? And maybe it's because I've been, you know, doing stuff like this all my life, all right? But hey, you wanna get a good workout, get the 303 Nano Graphene spray. And we'll see you next time on the channel, y'all. Peace. See you.